Alright guys, so about a month ago I received my Intrepid camp gear Geo 2.5 rooftop tent, and I gotta say I'm pretty stoked about this. I've used it several weekends now, and there's a lot of things that I like about this rooftop tent and a couple features that really made it stand out in the competitive rooftop tent market, and I look forward to showing you guys that today. You can see it's a hard shell rooftop tent. The height of it is about 7 inches. I'll put a little pop-up on the exact measurements on there, but you can see it's an aluminum bottom. It's got standard kind of tracks to mount it to your crossbars or your roof rack. These hardcore heavy-duty hinges, there's 3 of those along the front of the rooftop tent to open it up, and those things are pretty stout. They're not going to go anywhere. So what is different about the Intrepid, and you'll see why in a little bit, but it's got 2 gas struts on both sides, making it 4 total. Makes it a little bit easier to open up and close, and it's got these on both sides, these lockable hinges, closures. One thing I didn't like is the ladder that it came with. You can see it's kind of just a standard telescopic ladder that you see on most rooftop tents, but anyway, they go right here in these little tracks, and nothing special about it, but I decided to go with the Alucab telescopic ladder, and I'll show you why here. So it just slides right into that mount, comes with it, and you can see that the steps on there are a lot wider. They're already at an angle as well, and it's a lot more comfortable to get in and out of the rooftop tent with the Alucab ladder. I did add these little levels to the side and the back of the Geo 2.5. Those are a little Amazon special. I'll put a link down below to those. Here's a top view, and again, there's those crossbars, and I'll tell you more about those in a little bit. But that's how easy it opens up. The gas struts do a great job of bringing it right up there, and then on the back side there, you have this little rod with a kind of a nipple that goes right into that little circle right there. And so this is what it looks like when it's on there. So you got 1 rod goes across the back, and then 1 right up the middle to secure it. But here's the view of the deployed Intrepid camp gear Geo 2.5. You can see it's a thing of beauty. It only comes in black right now, which I kind of love the color, but I think it might be a little hot. So what makes the Geo 2.5 special? I'll show you right here. It is that right there, that extra little hinge. Now when you have a wedge style tent, like a traditional hard top tent, you don't have any foot room. So this, you have a bunch of headroom right there where you can sit up, but also right here in the foot area, it's not cramped. I'm 6'4", I need something where I can extend fully without having to sleep on an angle, and this fit the bill for me. On the outside here at the back, there's some Velcro closures right there and zippers on both sides. These things are super high quality zippers. I'm really impressed with them. So here's a close-up of what those look like. The external ones for the doors in the back are green. They just slide up effortlessly. You can roll them up, and there's these little toggles or whatever they're called to keep those secured. It's got a window and a screen on the back, so you can have different layers for there. If you want a window and you don't want to let the breeze in, you could just have this little thing up there, but it also rolls up and is secured by its own little toggles. And then here's what it looks like with just the screen. Again, plenty of natural light, which you'll see in a minute, but that rolls up as well, and it secures right on the top also. So all of those rolled up give you plenty of options for whatever you're looking to do out in the back country. Here on the sides, same thing. It's got some Velcro closures along the door to kind of keep the zipper from flapping around, I guess. But again, the little green ones for the external door. And then they also has one on the bottom, which kind of keep it, I guess, secure. You can just kind of unzip the bottom if you'd like to pass things through. But I was concerned about this area right there. I thought, how am I supposed to have this screen open? I'm just supposed to have the doors kind of flapping around outside, but they thought of that as well. So same thing here, same type of zippers for the screen. But again, this thing flapping around really got to me, and I was like, I gotta make this work. But then I saw this little pocket here on the side, and I thought, oh, that's pretty neat. What's that for? And then I noticed this zipper right here. So it's about a foot tall, foot long zipper, and the door can just pass through this, tuck right in that pocket there, and everything is nice and secure, and you don't really have to worry about bugs kind of getting in through the screen, and you don't have to worry about your door flapping around. And you can also, unzip the window and tuck it in there, or the little pocket right behind it, and it works well. But that's on both sides, as you can see here. And this is what it looks like with the doors tucked in and the screens kind of zipped in. And as you can see, you can get plenty of ventilation running through this thing, and that is with the screens off and just open windows. Can't wait for that weather where I don't have to worry about bugs. But anyway, super nice. Here are those crossbars. Now, Intrepid they don't offer crossbars currently, but I purchased these through Desert Armor, and those are the medium size for their Ninja rooftop tent, and they fit perfectly on there. You can see they use M6, I believe, hardware on their tracks, and I've used them for a couple things. I moved those struts, but you can move everything on there. You can move where the struts are mounted. I put a couple Morimoto lights there on the back as chase lights, little one-bangers, and I just used some Gorilla Tape to kind of hide the wires for now. It's just a temporary fix, but I didn't like them flapping around. On the side here was a problem that I had. I had a 270-degree awning, but now I can't have that because of the closures. So I put these little eyelets on either side and got a moonshade, and I actually love it. I just go ahead and deploy the moonshade out the side there, and I've got one other kind of a floodlight from Morimoto, one banger, to kind of go where my campsite is, or where I like to set up my chairs, and it works great. A good thing about this is everything is replaceable on this. So if something happens to the fabric or the sides of your tent, you can unzip it from the actual base and the top, and it just seems like everything is made to be replaceable if need be. Here's a view of the inside. You've got the little bungee net up there. I've got a couple of down blankets. You've got the little panel in the back where you can kind of store things. That's where our little pockets are for the doors to hide. And then here's another shot of the kind of the supports for the soft part. But one thing that I did replace on this as well is the mattress. You guys probably know most mattresses on rooftop tents are pretty horrible. I got this off of Amazon, this Lost Horizon, I believe is what it's called. Just kind of deflate it or blow it up. It's kind of a mix between foam. It did come with a condensation mat, as you can see, but this is the one that came with the rooftop tent, and no good. I don't like it. Not comfortable. Another cool thing are these little pass-throughs for electronics or whatever else you need to go into your tent. They're on both sides, and I use the passenger side because it links right up to where my smart cab has a window to the bin, and I can just open that up, and from my Jackery box have a wire go straight up into that little pass-through and into my tent, so I can power lights, chargers, whatever else I need in there. All right, so we'll talk about ventilation inside. Besides the three humongous doors, there is these little ones right here that have this little kind of rod and two of these little Velcro closures. So you just push it in and Velcro it on there, and it keeps the kind of like little ventilation thing there open up for you, so you can get a little breathability. But that's on both sides. And to undo it, you just simply take it off, pull it, and then secure it to the other Velcro. And it keeps it nice and tight. There's these two on the top here, so you can just unzip that. And there's another little rod with a Velcro closure. You can just put that right on there and give you a little more airflow. Now there's these two windows right here, so you can have a little skylight. These two toggles, you can undo those, roll it up, and secure them right there. And I'll go ahead and show you what those look like right here. So you can see you got plenty of opportunities to stargaze at night, kind of see what's going on. Lots of natural light. The fit and finish is great on here. The stitching is pretty phenomenal, to be honest. It's got a little weather tape there, nice ripstop nylon, and even on the top where the aluminum, the hard top is, it's kind of lined with that. Bungee's nice and secure, it's not going anywhere, holds up my down blankets no problem. And then it's got 6 little mesh compartments for whatever you need to store, 2 larger ones and 2 ones with clear plastic, so you can put your iPad or whatever in there and see what you want to do. But anyway, it's super easy with this batten system to kind of close everything up. It doesn't have a lot of the problems of other rooftop tents where it just kind of balloons out. A little bit of tucking might be necessary, but overall it's great. So again, this is the best rooftop tent I've ever owned. I think a lot of you guys would agree if you got your hands on those. And if you're interested in buying an Intrepid camp gear, Geo 2.5, click on the link below and go check them out. The price is about $4,000 at full retail, but they've had Black Friday sales, which is when I got mine. And anyway, great product, highly recommend. And you can even store some stuff in there. I've got my pillows, down blankets. You can even put the standard ladder in there too. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.